I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks on renting cars because, as you know, I've done it a lot. Now, this car is not a rental. This is actually my car, but that's a different story. Anyway, I've rented a ton of cars, and I've tried a lot of different companies. And so I thought maybe I'd give you guys some tips and tricks, maybe my opinion. So never, ever, in almost every case, never prepay for the car, because there's no point. Most companies don't require a prepayment to reserve the car. Big companies like Alamo and Enterprise, they're the best ones in my opinion to use because, you know, they don't require any kind of prepayment. They're pretty much straightforward. They don't give you any kind of hidden crap. However, there is a situation where if you book through a third party for Alamo, you'll notice that there are hidden fees or hidden charges or whatever. So perfect example is Allegiant. Allegiant is a flight company. They fly, you know, they airplanes. And they offer deals, package deals, where you can book your hotel, your car, and your flight all in one package. Well, if you book your car, they typically book it through Alamo, and they will tell you that the price is way lower than the price on the Alamo website. But when you show up to get the car, Alamo's like, hey, we need to collect taxes because Allegiant didn't pay taxes. And it's like, what? No, that doesn't make it cheaper. That makes it more expensive. That's just one example of many shoddy business deals when you prepay. And so my best advice is just don't prepay. Don't prepay for the car. So I had the similar situation. I rented through Avis, and Avis and Budget are the same company, so they pretty much do the same practices. On their website, they claim that they'll save you 10% on your rental if you go ahead and prepay. And having never dealt with them before, I thought, sure, let's give it a try. That didn't work out well because once you prepay, there's no, you can't get your money back. You're pretty much done. In some rare cases where if you don't show up to pick up the car and they deem it within their reason that they'll give you your money back, then they'll give you your money back. But that's a very small percentage of the time. It's very unlikely that that would ever happen. So I picked up a car. I reserved it for 2 days with Avis. I only really needed it 1 day, but I'd called and I was like, hey, what do you have available? And you know, she offered, she was like, hey, you know, all I got's a Mercedes right now. So if you book like a full-size car, I'll just give it to you. And I was like, hey, you know, I'll take it. I only needed it 1 day, but it was a Mercedes. So I went ahead and prepaid for 2 days. So I get there to pick up the car. Things did not go as planned. Mercedes had a flat tire. So I ended up getting like a Lincoln Continental, which still isn't a bad car. But this car had some issues too. Like, they do not maintain their vehicles very well, at least in my opinion. So I was like, yeah, okay, I only need the car 1 day. And there was no refunds. I couldn't get my extra day back. It was not an option. And that was it. Like, you know, it was either you can return the car a day early and just forfeit the money, or you can keep the car an extra day and you've already paid for it. And that was the choices. And there was no, you know, calling customer service and getting it refunded or anything like that. No, it was, this is the rules. This is how it works. And I get when the company has rules, and, you know, I'm pretty much follow the rules most of the time anyway. But I'll never prepay ever again. I know that. You know, having dealt with Alamo in the case of Allegiant, and now Spirit does it too, by the way. And then Avis Budget. I don't see why. I mean, I guess that's why they make you prepay, so they can lock you in it and, you know, rip you off, but whatever. So never prepay. I had another topic, but I don't remember what it was. So this road got really rough. You might can tell from my camera bouncing. That's not fun. But yeah. That's my tip for today, and maybe I'll come up with some more tips and I'll just make different videos. I don't know. But tips and tricks on renting cars and what not to do, pretty much. I've got a few. I've rented quite a few cars over the past 4 years. For 2 years straight, I rented nothing but rental cars. I mean, I didn't have a car, so that's what I did. And Worked out great. So, not really. I spent a lot of money, so that's a different story. All right, well, when I think of whatever else I was going to talk about, I'll come back and make another video. Thanks for watching.